Last month, I literally convinced somebody to not get a website, and I'm a website builder. The reason being was for his specific business, what he's selling, and his specific situation, it was way better for him to just dig down into Instagram, and it's probably going to be more beneficial for his business to do that. And I was like, hey, let's connect later on a website if this works. And he was like, oh my goodness, nobody ever told me that. I never thought about that. And that's great. You know, not everybody needs a website. And so that's why I wanted to create this video, is just to help walk through the different things that people need to consider when getting a website. The main thing everybody's concerned about is the money aspect. And they say, how much is a website going to cost? That's like asking the question, how much does a car cost? You can go on Craigslist, or if you're here in Utah, KSL, and get a $500 piece of junk that doesn't run. Maybe you're wanting to recycle it. Great. That's your purpose. You can also go and buy a $350,000 exotic sports car. Great, if that's your purpose. So you have to determine, what are you wanting to get out of the website, and that's going to reflect in the cost. A great place to start in thinking through a website for your business is how and who is going to make that website. There's three options when it comes to a website. Complete DIY. You're going to build it out yourself. Somebody else building it completely for you. And then there's also a middle ground that I'll talk about. Something that a lot of people don't realize is it's very easy for anybody to build a website. Like, if you know how to Google, you totally can. If you're wanting to go that route, Google your industry website builder. So if you're a real estate agent, website builders for real estate agents, or real estate agent website template. You can get something up and going probably in an afternoon, evening by yourself. It's great, and it works for a lot of people. On the other hand, you can have somebody build it out completely for you. Another option, this is something I think unique to me, I haven't seen anybody else do this, is I'll help people set up the base of a website, and then they can hire me as a consultant to teach them how to continue building it out for themselves off of that base. So it's kind of like a middle ground. That's honestly a good place for people who are past the initial startup phase, but they're not quite really going on their business. It's a solid side gig. So all along this continuum, there's things to keep in mind. There's pros and cons to each. The things that you need to consider between these. First off, how much time is it going to take you? DIY is going to take you a lot of time. If you're just doing this for the first time and you're wanting a nice 5-page website and you're somewhat literate on a computer, it's probably going to take you a couple of weeks of several hours every night to get it to a place of where you want it. If you're going through like a Squarespace or a Wix. If you're going through like a straight up template website, then you could probably get it done in an afternoon, evening. Like I said, what's your hourly rate? If your hourly rate is $50 an hour, it's going to take you, let's say 20 hours. If it takes you 20 hours to do it, that's a $1,000 website. If it's going to take you 100 hours to do it, that's a $5,000 website. And you're spending 100 hours doing it, which you could be spending time with family or whatever. So you need to think through that. The other thing is tech overwhelm. How much stress is this going to cause you to try to figure it out? The other thing is more so on the technical side of things. So 3 technical things that a professional is going to be able to do that you will not know how to do. First off, make the website fast, which is very important. Every single bit of time, every single second that your website takes to load results in people clicking off of the website. In order for a website to perform well as far as like getting clients, it needs to be fast. People don't wait for a website to load anymore. The second thing is SEO. A professional is going to be able to build it out in a way that gives it the best chance of ranking well in Google searches. So that's a little bit hard to figure out as somebody who's not a website builder yourself. That's the second thing. The third thing, and I'll touch on this more in a second, is the technical requirements of the website. If the website is just photos and text, it's a lot easier to build yourself. If you're needing more technical requirements like uploading files or videos or custom quizzes and forms, anything beyond just a photo and a text, that's harder to build out. And a professional is going to be able to get that done for you a lot faster. The second thing that you'll want to consider is how the payment structure is going to work of the website. If you go DIY, you're just going to be charged for the cost of materials. On the other hand, the industry norm right now for website builders, or if you hire an agency to build a website, is they're going to charge you a one-time setup fee, and then they're going to charge you a monthly recurring maintenance fee for anywhere between $100 to $400 per month. There's also a third option that works well for my business model, and it also works well for my clients, is I just charge the initial setup fee. You pay me once to actually get the website live, then I put all of the cost of materials under your credit card. So like the hosting fees, the website fees, the domain, like all that stuff, it goes under your credit card as if you built it yourself, and then I'm out, right? You're not paying me every month. If you want support after the fact, you can hire me on an hourly basis to go in and edit and update your website as a consultant, basically, but you're not paying for work that you're not using. How that benefits me is I'm not stuck in a subscription model where somebody is wanting to update their website every day and I'm just stuck at a flat rate. So it serves both parties, honestly. You want to know the pricing structure of how this website is going to be built. The third thing, and I already touched on it a little bit, is just what are the operational needs compared to the marketing needs? Is this just a marketing tool? Is it just a place to send people to show, hey, I'm a legitimate business, I have an online presence, here's what I do? Or are there operational needs that you're trying to solve? One thing that a website can be very powerful in doing is eliminating busy work. A lot of people don't think about a website that way, but you can use a website to eliminate how many calls you're getting. It can eliminate the time that you're spending collecting or moving data. There's a lot of things that you can do to make a website actually an operations tool rather than just a marketing tool specifically. And the last thing that you want to keep in mind is simply the cost of inaction. Basically, how much business are you missing out on because you don't have a professional online presence? The best way to do this is simply to think about how many clients would I get if I had a website and how much is my average client worth? So on average, if a client spends $500 with you, even if you're only getting 10 clients per year from a website, not having a website is costing you, do the math, $5,000, right? If a client is worth $500 and you're missing out on just 10 per year, that's $5,000 that you are spending in that opportunity cost. That's the cost of inaction of not getting a website. So keep that in mind. That's it. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I hope you can tell I'm not really a sales guy, and that's something that I pride myself on with Oh So Efficient. It's like, if you want a website with us, great. If not, great. Maybe you know somebody that will be able to work with us. I really believe that when we put good stuff out into the world, good stuff is going to come our way, and that's how it's been thus far. So if you have any questions, you want to talk with us, feel free to let us know. Be well. I hope this finds you doing well, and we'll see you around. Peace.